Hello everybody. Let me know if you can't hear me or anything like that, because I'm still getting used to things, like sitting like this. So if anyone could give me a thumbs up or something so I know you can hear me. Just a sign, I hope, that it is all working. I'm going to get a microphone to make the sound better in future as well. I feel that would be important. So slow evolution. I hope you can hear me. Yes? If anyone can write a comment. Great, thank you. It's hard when you don't have feedback and things can go funny. So that's technology. So I hope that you're feeling great and that you have created a bit of a space or taken some time out. I never kind of decide how long this meditation will go for. I just sit here and let whatever comes flow. So because we've had temperature changes, I'm outdoors in my yoga and consultation room. There's a bit of contraction from the coldness and the rain and now the sun coming. So just include those sounds for now into your space and just allow them. They will settle down just as everything else does. And that's life. It's not always how we wish it to be, but it would be pretty boring if it was all perfect, wouldn't it, as well? Like if everything was predictable. So we're going to go into meditation space. And the easiest way is really find a place that you tend to like. We're going to do this every Saturday and perhaps even on other days. But the more you find a spot, the more this can become your ritual and habit. And you may want to meditate again tomorrow in that same spot. Because that's what happens. We have an energetic connection, and whatever we do in a certain place more often becomes easier the next time. So we can create a beautiful sanctuary if we wanted to. So anyway, welcome. I'm Sabine if you don't know me, and let me know afterwards or during what you really want from these meditations, any questions that you might have, or any advice you want or not want. Let me know. So each class or session will be very different. There will be bits of silence, and just let yourself enjoy it. The fact that you're dedicating this moment to go within and find your calmness, your centeredness, and allow yourself to actually amplify this capacity in yourself, the more that's going to become an everyday capacity, and the more you're going to be part of elevating and shifting through all these changes that are going on in a graceful way, in a way that seems almost easy at times, almost wow, in the past I would have struggled, and now you will say to yourself, I'm feeling I can surrender, I can be open, I can be receptive, I can be the observer of all the changes, and I can make my choices that are aligned with my heart. And I know 110 million% that you have this inside you. We all do. So really, we are in a place of choice, and we have been invited through the situation currently, which is globally affecting everybody, which is also really powerful. It's never happened before on the planet that everyone is in connection and affected all at once consciously, that we also can, as a field, there's many meditators, many yogis, many people also quietly at home, doing their own thing, really visualizing the light and the joy and the love that can expand through this opportunity and through every moment in our lives, in fact. Now, I just want to also say that that does not mean that we become so graceful that we just accept everything either. It's really important. Sometimes in spiritual circles, people think that when you're spiritual or elevated, that you just accept absolutely everything and you don't speak up, or you don't say no, or you don't have boundaries. It's very important, because to have those are part of the dimension we're living in currently. We're currently still in a place where we do make choices, where we still need creature comforts, right? You prefer hot water over cold sometimes. You prefer breakfast and lunch and dinner over not having food unless you're starving. So when we look at spiritual teachers like the ancient yogis, they lived in a totally different dimension. They could see humanity from a place of full observer, and they were not part of this life really. They were actually just sitting there, and they didn't care about the stock market or their jobs because they didn't have that. So currently we're still, if we are, I'm not saying everyone here is, maybe some of you are really free and liberated, but we're still in a place where we are having politicians, where we're having governments, and where we are affected, and where we can either just meditate and look upon it, but we can also still contribute by making changes and by, voting or speaking up or saying no to things. So there is a wide spectrum of how we want to be in these times. And I want you to feel that you can honor that. So there's no right or wrong. It's not less meditative and peaceful to be able to see what's going on and to be able to discuss it, or to be able to shake up some people that may not have realized certain things and help them to open up perhaps something that they have been ignorant about and it hasn't been working for them and they're suffering, and you can help them to realize there is a totally different way of being. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to get comfortable as you have, whether you're in the car or in your house, and just start to even when I begin to talk every time, just start by breathing consciously. So the best way to breathe, literally, for you to be able to become meditative and calm and really land within yourself, is to realize as you inhale, the belly expands, and really feel that a few times now. Exhale, belly moves back towards the spine. And just notice simply that. Simplicity is powerful. So as you inhale, the belly expands. As you exhale, the belly moves back towards the spine, and just connecting to this. This is very grounding, by the way. If you want to be grounded and not so, as in not expanded, but affected by what's going on around you. So do the belly breath. That is the one that will really help with that. And then once you've done a few of those, let's use the full breath capacity, because when we breathe fully, we tap into our capacity to feel very nurtured, very vibrant, very creative, and very fulfilled, literally and metaphorically speaking. So inhaling, belly expanding, ribcage widening, breathing up into the collarbones. Suspend your breath gently. And then through the nose, exhale from your collarbones down the chest, bringing the belly back towards the spine. And you can be in a chair, on your bed, of course, everywhere. I'm just sitting like this. Inhale, belly expanding, ribcage widening, breathing up into the collarbones. Suspend the breath gently. Exhaling back down slowly. Imagine like an elevator now, and moving a very safe, smooth elevator from the ground floor as you inhale. Belly, chest, collarbones. The elevator doors open. The elevator doors open as you pause, letting out what you want to let out. Bring in what you want to bring in. And slowly exhaling down, collarbones, chest, belly back. So you're back on the ground floor. Let's open the elevator's doors as we pause the breath, letting out what you want to let go of. Bring in what you want to bring into your life. Close those doors and then inhale slowly, belly expanding, ribcage widening, breathing up into the collarbones. Gracefully suspend the breath. Open your elevator doors of life, infinite potential. Bring in what you want, let out what you want to release. And then slowly closing the doors and exhale back down slowly. Bringing the belly back towards the spine. Pausing your elevator, gently opening the doors, metaphorically speaking. Let out any stress. Bring in joy, whatever brings you joy, and close the doors. Inhale back up, bring it through your whole being. Hold it, and again, do what you like with that, letting things in and out. And exhaling back down in the path of whatever's going on in your life. You are the creator. You are creating your reality by your choices. This is really important to realize on a deep, deep level. What we focus on is what we give energy and what becomes more of. So I want you to feel that as you close the eyes, that this elevator is a house, it's your room, it's your sanctuary now. This can be really, really imaginative. And remember, imagination is what is the key to new things. It's the key to joy. It's the key to creativity. And it's also what you imagine is what you start to create on a very profound level the more you imagine it. This is not just a yogic knowledge. It is a quantum physics realization. And many of the ancient teachers, both Western, Indian, and from all over the world, when they come to one truth, that is the truth, the imagination. Let's foster that. So let's really enjoy now imagining this elevator. You're inside it. Again, you're inhaling it up. Remember, and you're going up to the vistas of the top. And here you can let out whatever you want to let out. And you can also bring in whatever you want. That could be beautiful fresh air, blessings, light, sunflowers. Exhale on the way down. Getting ready, digesting that, you're integrating that, you're becoming earthly, you're landing on the ground. Open the doors, bring in what you want, let out what you want. Closing the doors, feeling that gift of what you have created. Bring it all the way up to the higher levels of consciousness in your being. And again, open the doors. Now I want you to start feeling that this space is beautiful, this elevator. Keep going with this visual and this breath. Now imagine that your elevator, as it moves up and down, is changing each time. You're creating an elevator of your own sanctuary. So you can have a pot plant here. You can have windows. You can create different walls, more space. Make it as huge as you want. You can have inside it your favorite animals, books, plants, music. You can imagine looking up and seeing the infinite sky. You can imagine looking down, and as you open the door at the bottom, you can imagine what world you're seeing, what makes you feel amazing. Breathe in, moving up, and letting all the sounds that come from my channel and from your surroundings only help you to go deeper. That's right. And feel that you're creating this sanctuary for yourself, your perfect elevator, which can go anywhere, which you can empty out and recreate whatever you want within it. Do you want to have a perfect bath there, the most incredible sanctuary where you can just relax in a pool of water? Do you want to imagine when you look out the window, you can see the forest and amazing blossoms all over the hillside? Go to this place within. Whatever you can imagine is something that you're already tuning into, and your biology will respond. Your biology will respond by creating an endorphin release, going into wellness, and feeling that all within you. So the eyes are soft, the jaw is relaxed, the shoulders are rolled back, and really feel that sanctuary of an elevator that you've created. It could be a hut in Bali. There is no limits to imagination, just like there's no limits to love and infinite potential. That's the beauty of it. And some of us have been told through school systems or parents or the society, we need to be more practical. We can't be this creative. This is crazy. You're shutting down your inner child when you've done that. So be crazy, be imaginative, find that inner joy and let that bubble up, because it will allow you to find solutions as you're moving through complicated times, which are inviting us to be more creative, resourceful, and more inward. So that is really what people that are very successful in terms of spiritually and emotionally and also in their business, one of the things that they share is to be able to be very adaptive and to be able to respond to what's changing around us, to be able to notice what the world needs and to adapt, to be soft. Again, that comes back into the yogic capacity to flow, which is linked to your breath. So as you notice your breathing, we can also expand the breath. I'll just get ready for this by using our arms, by using the body. You might be more physical or you might feel that you need this. So we can inhale the arms from the sides of our bodies all the way up and just stretching right up, and exhale, moving the arms back down, touching the floor. We can bring the arms forward, pressing your palms together. This is all optional. You can imagine it or you can do it. And inhale, bringing clarity and open breath together. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And just finding yourself enjoying this movement, like swimming in the ocean of creativity, in the ocean of your life, which is literally that. Moving your arms however you want to move them, to open the heart, to move energy. So, enjoying that. Because what happens is sometimes people meditate and they feel they need to sit still, and that has a place because a still body connects with a still mind and vice versa. And we're using our mindfulness to become inwards and to ignore the distractions. But another way is to actually move and to allow yourself to connect with the body so you can soften things and then settle down into calmness. That's actually the purpose of yoga. Move the body so you can meditate. So let's work the shoulders a little bit. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. And this is also meditative. Just notice how you feel. Inhale up and exhale down. And just notice your emotions, your sensations. Meet yourself in the highest way. That's called recentering, grounding back into you. And relax. Let's inhale the chin to the left and exhale to the right. Just a few times, keeping your jaw relaxed, connecting with your throat, your neck, releasing tensions, letting your shoulders be soft. That's right. Come back to a center. So what I like to use is beautiful essential oils. You can get them in the shops anywhere. Try to get pure ones. I'm just using a bit of lavender here. I've got my candle there and something cozy to sit on and just sitting here. And I'm really glad that we can do this together. I want to read something to you that I've read out before, but not very often. And this struck me in my 20s when I read it. And it's so profound and it gives you so much awareness of what an incredible, profound mechanism the human body is and how intelligent it is. It will make you feel so amazing, I think, that you will realize the greatest immunity that you have to anything is your mindset and your capacity to allow the body to do its amazing, incredible work. So this is from a really old book because I've started studying crazy things since I was 16 pretty much, and before I did more esoteric work, but it's called Fit for Life by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond. The book is okay, but this is just the part that has really struck me, and I will read it to you. So just bear with me and absorb this if you can. It'll probably take 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Okay, so hear me now. The greatest tool of all, indeed, the greatest gift of all, is the human body and the immense intelligence that directs it. The human body has to be nature's finest creation. It is unmatched in power, capacity, and adaptability. The intelligence inherent in our bodies is so vast that it is positively staggering. The human heart beats about 100,000 times every 24 hours. Consider the fact that the heart and its pumping system, which scientists have attempted to duplicate without success, pumps 6 quarts of blood through over 96,000 miles of blood vessels. This is an equivalent of 6,300 gallons being pumped per day. This is almost 150 million gallons in only 50 years. The 6 quarts of blood, this is all American, so it's that kind of measurement, are made up of over 24 trillion cells that make 3,000 to 5,000 trips throughout the body every single day. 7 million new blood cells are produced every second. This pumping system has the capacity of working non-stop for decades without skipping a beat. And this is only the circulatory system. Consider the heat this machine must generate in accomplishing these functions, yet realize that it maintains a constant temperature of 98.6 degrees, which would be 37 degrees, you know the temperature. The biggest organ of the body, the skin, is made up of over 4 million pores that are constantly acting as the cooling system for this machine. The digestive and metabolic systems have the remarkable ability to transform the food we eat into healthy blood, bone, and cell structure. I sometimes marvel how the body does it, what people put in their bodies, and it's still making beautiful eyes and ears and replacing your heart, your tissues. It's just amazing. Perfect balance is always maintained, and if it were to be off by only a small fraction, the balance would be destroyed. The lungs succeed in supplying the blood with oxygen it needs. A complex skeletal system furnishes the supporting framework to allow the body to stand upright and walk. The skeletal system works in harmony with an amazing muscular system that allows locomotion. And this amazing machine can astonishingly reproduce itself. The force and wisdom necessary to turn a fertilized ovum into a fully grown man or woman are beyond our comprehension. The 5 senses alone can stun the intellect. The list of activities performed by our body on a regular basis could fill a book. At the helm of this pinnacle of perfection is the brain, overseeing all these miraculous activities, making sure everything is working with the precision that would make the work of a master watchmaker look clumsy. The brain consists of more than 25 billion cells that are most highly developed of any known. Looking at an individual cell, you will be even more impressed. A single cell cannot be seen without a microscope, yet what goes on within the cell is astounding. The wisdom of a single cell is said to exceed all the accumulated knowledge of the human race to date. Even the smallest cell in your body is about 1 billion times the size of its smallest component. The cell is the site of more chemical reactions than all the chemical factories in the world are combined. There are thousands of components in each cell: chromosomes, genes, DNA, organelles, mitochondria, enzymes, hormones, amino acids, and thousands of various chemical compounds too numerous to mention. And no one on this earth can explain what makes an individual cell operate. All the thousands of different functions can be categorized, but the force behind these functions is beyond our comprehension. The force behind it is life force, consciousness, the breath, prana. That's what I'm adding here. In other words, the innate intelligence of the body is infinitely more sophisticated than our thinking minds. That is the major point. And to think there are over 75 trillion of these astounding cells, listen to this, working with pinpoint perfection for 60, 70, 80 years or more as a team together. In each cell is a nucleus that contains chromosomes that contain genes. And inside genes are the stuff of life, DNA. DNA is what determines the color of your eyes, or what fragrance a flower will have, or the iridescence of a bird's feathers. If you look at all the DNA from the genes of all your 75 trillion cells, it would fit into the box of the size of an ice cube. Yet if all this DNA were unwound and joined together, the string would stretch from the earth to the sun and back more than 400 times. That's almost 80 billion miles. I could go on, and maybe I will one day, but right now what I want us to realize, and this has always struck me, and this is why I'm a big advocate for allowing the body. So right now, as you meditate, you allow the body, so having a straight spine, you want to allow the biology to do its things, but including the intelligence within what you have. Nothing medicine can touch. It can help sometimes, and sometimes it can interfere, or it can make us feel that we've helped it, but the healing hasn't taken place. Because emotions are usually linked, unless it's a particularly anatomical problem. But even then, there's a reason why some of these things have happened, and we need to journey through the full dimension. So as you sit or lie there, let your palms be receptive to the blessings now. The blessings to connect deep with this human body, which is connected to this incredible planet, which has the same intelligence of the beautiful bird in a tree looking iridescent and bright, to the flowers, to all of humanity, and to all beyond. Let yourself receive this moment to realize you are infinite potential, and you only feel limited because we have limited thoughts and beliefs. If you believe that you are too old or too restricted, you have the beautiful gift to manifest that. But if you believe that this is a new beginning each day, and you can actually focus on what you want and create that vision right now, and then vibrate with this and be a miracle. It's actually not a miracle, it's your birthright. And so it will be. But you can't just do this one day for a few seconds and expect. This vision has to be held. So if you have a vision, hold that vision every day as much as you can. Write it down. Look at it. What is your highest vision in these times of change for yourself and your family and the planet? If you can write it down, I'm going to do it after this session as well. I'm going to write it down. What is the vision for myself, the highest one that can come out of this whole dynamic of the virus and the changes in the economy? What is my vision for the planet? What is my vision for my family and loved ones? Really hold it super high. See it illuminated to its highest potential, and you are creating and inviting this to happen. Focus on it daily. Make it an absolute thing you can assume. And in that vision, really see and hear and feel what it would be like and be in it. So, an easy way to do that is to slow down the breath, because you'll tap into your unconscious mind and you'll tap into your creative self rather than the programmed mind that is fear-based and ego-based and survival-based, which is the way we are actually moving out of this. This is the old thing that we still sometimes tap into, and we can really learn to let go. Fear doesn't serve anything. Creativity, love, sharing is what serves, really. And we want to shift that, don't we? So that we can really connect to our true selves. So inhaling slowly through the nose, like velvet. Suspend your breath. This is a powerful point. This is your portal into peace, into stillness, even with sounds. Exhaling slowly, smoothly, and make that exhale as long as you can make it, and keep the breath out softly. Bring up your pelvic floor for earthly grounding. Bring that up once you've exhaled, just the pelvic floor muscles. Now as you inhale, release the pelvic floor. Inhale all the way, enjoying the gift of the breath, which is full of pranic life force, that intelligence that they were talking about, that we don't know what makes each cell operate, is actually in your breath. And exhale, lengthening. I want you to keep breathing this way. with all the sounds. I should have gone inside. I will do it next time inside my house where it's more quiet. And just letting yourself breathe and feel what it is like to choose the smooth, calm state. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly and deeply, connecting to a different space within yourself. Allowing yourself to meet this moment exactly as it is. Not trying to push anything away. We're just present as we are. So dropping the shoulders. And the more you can embrace the sounds, which possibly are loud on the recording, I can't tell, the more you are actually being invited and tested. You could look at it this way, to focus on what you want, which is my voice, which is this wisdom that you can tap into. Because even in the storm of noise and chaos and eternal distractions, some pleasant, some not, we can focus on the breath, make it slow, deep, and conscious. Because conscious breath equals conscious living. It is linked like that. The way we breathe is the way we actually perceive and the way we vibrate with our lenses of perception. And we either see life as a beautiful experience through an observer's lens as we slowly breathe, keep doing it. Or when our breath becomes erratic, when we clench the teeth and we tighten the face, we tighten the shoulders, we tend to go into a different channel within us, which is looking to survive. We get primal, we get fearful, the body starts to feel the stress. So let's switch that whenever we get into that, into, hey, I can be soft. And a great symbolism is soft hands, soft lips, jaw, and just being present. That's right. Becoming the master of yourself. Breathing in and out, and let's use the nose. That is how you change the effectiveness in the brain response. There are sensors in your nose. It's a whole science called Swa Yoga, and it is different if you use the nose or not. The nose has sensors which affect your brain chemistry. So breathing in and out through the nose, unless of course you've got a blocked nose, makes a big difference to create a calm state. And so a beautiful practice we can also do is alternate nostril breathing. So let's do a little bit of that, because that helps you to balance the brain hemispheres. It brings you within, it creates a focus, and it really allows you to go still. So I'm going to use my right hand. I'm going to bring the right hand, index and middle finger to the point between my eyebrows. Make a few little circles. But make sure now your chest is open and the shoulders are rolled back. Your shoulders are soft. Because when you tense the shoulders, you are inhibiting your breathing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lock the right nostril with the right thumb and inhale through the left. Suspend, lock the left nostril with your ring finger, open the right, exhale through the right. Nice and slow, belly moving back towards the spine. Inhale through the right, belly, chest, collarbones. Lock the right nostril with your thumb, open the left, exhale through the left nostril, collarbones, chest, belly back towards the spine. Inhale through the left, belly expanding, rib cage opening, breathing up into the collarbones. Lock the left nostril with your ring finger, open the right, exhale through the right. Collarbones, chest, belly back towards the spine. That's right. Inhale through the right, belly expanding, chest opening, breathing up into the collarbones. Suspend your breath, lock the right nostril, open the left. Exhale slowly through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Gazing at the point between your eyebrows, jaw is soft, lips are soft. Close the left, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Lock the right nostril, open the left, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril, open the left, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, nice and slow, feeling safe with your breath. Exhale through the right. Jaw is relaxed, you're gazing at the point between your eyebrows. Inhale through the right. Lifting up, open the spine, open the chest. As you exhale on the left, keep the spine nice and tall. Exhaling, not slouching, keeping your heart open, your shoulders soft. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Letting go on next one, or keeping going, pausing that when you're watching it again on repeat, or afterwards you can pause and continue. Letting your hand drop for now if you're with me live, if you wish, or you can keep going. I want this to be good for you. I want you to honor yourself. And you must realize, most importantly, that you know what's best for you. When to be quiet, when to journal perhaps, when to write letters to others, when to go out into your garden, when to exercise. You listen to the body, it's so profound. Sometimes we need to sleep more to process. Sometimes we're more dynamic and we feel we need to move the body and get exercise by maybe dancing. I will also be teaching some yoga stretches in some of my YouTubes coming up for free. Really simple that anyone can do, both on the floor and in the chair. And this will make a big difference to circulate energy and to stay in the body, because it's so important that if we are going through any tensions, that we stay with the body and connected. This is your vehicle. This is like the way in which you experience life, but you can change the perception by changing how you look after the body. It's like a car. If you service it, it will be smooth and powerful, and windows are clean. It's driving well. The air conditioner is working, the heater. It's not raining into the car. You can stop because the brakes are awesome. You can go fast because the gas pedal is working, and all the associations with your engines. It's the same. So imagine you are just journeying through life in this amazing body temple. And I promise you, the more you look after it, the more your mindset also changes. Try to make the food as elevated as you can. If you have a choice, I used to do it like this. If I had a choice between two things, I would try to evaluate what's actually better for me, and I would have that. And then if I still wanted to have whatever wasn't so good for me, like the chocolate, I would have that afterwards. I would tell myself I can have it later. But first I put the goodness in. And of course, then you don't have those cravings anymore. And then if you do eat the chocolate, as a metaphorical example for something less healthy, you would only eat a little bit. And you wouldn't create, a need or a craving or a strange psychological, need for it. So that's what I do. I always think about, sometimes if I go into the kitchen and I feel like something that I know is not ideal, I know what's better for me. I go, okay, I'll choose the better one. Then I can still do whatever I need. This is a very good technique. If it suits you, employ it. Make sure you have that water every morning. Make sure you hydrate really well as a priority. This will also help with creating healthy biology, because the body needs that to be able to move and also clear negativity, which we're all clearing a lot now. And also it will help with cravings. It will also help with digestion. It's very important that, we enjoy fluids. So think of a way that you can make water enjoyable for you. Some people put sea salt in and a bit of squeeze of lemon, and then changing it to pure water, and then changing it to mixing it with something. Really explore that. It should be joyful. It should be amazing and hydrating, because that will help you shift from an old pattern that we were into the new pattern that we're becoming. This shift is happening for all of us, whether we like it or not. So you know that, and anything I say is not an assumption that you don't know it, but I'm reminding and I'm reinforcing and opening up. And the more we can look after the vessel and our state of consciousness, the easier this will be, and the more joyful it will actually be. And the more we're going to lead by example for others to go, hey, I really like that. I actually don't want that old dimension anymore. I want to move into this change with everybody. Hey, meditation is beautiful. Meditation is safe and easy. It really is. It's about meeting what is in there anyway and breathing it, letting it bubble up, going, hey, this is interesting. Wow, let me meet this. You have no idea, unless you do, how transformative it is to meet your emotions. That's why there's a therapy out there which is all about talking, where you're talking to a therapist and you're just being heard. That's meeting your emotions, talking to someone, hearing yourself speak it, letting your throat center express it, and then being validated. That's one part. And then the next part is also letting go of the root cause of what created it. So talking is only one step. The next part is, and that's the sort of work I do offer, is that you go to the root cause, and then you can let go where that belief and thought was created, that you're unworthy, or that you're feeling not good enough, or that you're feeling stuck, or that you are having self-sabotage, or that you don't like meditation and you know it's good for you, but you're not doing it. There is some reason for everything. Everything. And we can let that go. And the time is now. We've accelerated so much. It's actually really easy. So let yourself remember that you have all you need within you. Breathe it in. Breathe in bright light, letting that really flood through your whole system, like bright golden white light with blue and gold and whatever color you like. And feel that you're breathing out limitations. Anything that you already notice you don't need anymore, just let it breathe out into the ground to be alchemized and neutralized, or into the sun to be transmuted and dispersed and let go of. Breathe in this beautiful vibration of joy and self-love. You have all you need in you, your infinite, incredible, powerful self. Exhale all the old belief systems that you can let go of. Let them go. Breathe them out right now. That's right. Breathe in this light, this truth, this cleansing light, which allows you to realize at the core who you've always been. Exhale out stress or tension or limitation. Just let it go with gratitude. Thank you so much, but you can now dissolve. I'm not needing this anymore. Breathe in and receive. I am worthy of realizing my divine self, my peaceful self, the creator that I am. The fact that I have choices. So imagine now that you have a negative thought and you're really over it. Say you're coming off the meditation. I know these things happen. You might feel good all day or not. I don't know. And you're going out and you're going, oh, there's a negative thought. Maybe you've picked up on someone else. Maybe there's something bubbling up for you like, oh, but my health isn't good enough, or something like this, an old pattern. So say this comes up for you. What can you do to shift it? You're going to say, what do I do, Sabine? Well, there's many things, but I'm going to share what I feel works and what works for me. There's many things, and I want you to question it and experiment and trust what works for you. For me, what works is firstly noticing, wow, I've thought that a lot of times. And wow, the fact that I'm actually infinite potential, how can this be true? How would I feel if I didn't believe this thought? Really spend a moment. This is the Byron Katie work. How do I feel when I believe this thought? And how would I feel if I didn't believe this thought? Questioning your mind or your beliefs. So that what is the purpose in it? Nothing anymore. But the thing I love even more so is saying to myself and doing it, and very authoritatively, because I am the observer and I'm actually meant to be in charge of my beliefs and my thoughts, and so are you. The thoughts and the mind structures are not meant to run you. You are meant to be the one in charge from a higher perspective, choosing which ones are going to serve you on this journey. And so, hey, okay, cool. I'm taking back my power. My power, it's not an egoic thing. My higher self, I want my heart center to lead, my higher consciousness, my crown, my who I really am, crown consciousness. Let's think of this corona crown, what it's inviting. Crown consciousness is infinite potential. It's humility and oneness. How interesting is that? How interesting. There's no coincidences like that. It's interesting to realize it. Anyway, what I like to do, I say, I choose to see that thought and to reverse it. So if I'm thinking I'm too old for something or too unwell or too limited, say I may think I'm too financially limited to do this, then I turn it around to I choose to believe that I'm financially exactly in the most powerful place I need to be. And I choose that financially I'm having fun and joy and inviting grace and abundance right now. And I'm so open to that. And I choose to now believe that abundance and financial flow is effortless. And I'm so good at that in a beautiful, holistic way from my heart. And then I start to think, yeah, absolutely, I'm feeling it. And it's like you are self-talking. And the truth is, we hypnotize ourselves, and we've hypnotized ourselves many times. Your self-talk is self-hypnosis. So I also want to teach a lot about how we can unhypnotize that and recognize our hypnotic patterns. Self-talk like that is really important. When we work with the throat chakra and the third eye, when I work on that and teach that, it's also about what do we consume? What self-talk do we have? Which people do we listen to? It's not just like we consume food, which affects our biology vibrationally and our emotional self. It's also what do we consume with what we listen to? Where do we place our attention? So this is, to me, inspiring and powerful. It puts responsibility back on us, but it also puts the capacity back on us, the infinite potential in this moment. So let's use this mudra, using the fingertips touching. It's a very nice calming mudra or hand position, which aligns the energies from the yin and the yang in the body, the polarities. And just resting, your fingertips touching, roll the shoulders back, jaw relaxed. I'm going to invite you as you sit or lay there to let go into deeper softness now. That you don't need to be tight to feel safe, but you can become soft and deeply present. As you inhale slowly through the nose, welcoming the gift of the breath and its life force, you realize that you can relax even more. That's right. And again, you inhale slowly when you get there. You exhale, letting your body become softer and softer, deeper and deeper now. All the tensions in the tummy are dissolving as you let the belly relax. It's a choice which you can make. Letting the breath help you. Letting your neck relax, the throat chakra, speaking and hearing the truth for yourself. Feeling the freedom of speech. Feeling the joy through voice, singing. Feeling the joy through silence. body is melting and softening, like slipping into a warm and comfortable bath. Giving yourself these next 2 minutes to go into deep stillness and softness with me together now. As a deep healing to invoke inward peace and clarity, feeling at home in your inner sanctuary right now. Gaze at the brow point, lips are soft, shoulders relaxed. That's right, going deeper now. That's it. Allowing this moment to be as it is, welcome it all. Meeting life while remaining soft. Very powerful. Letting your heart center expand through the breath, your beautiful heart center, your electromagnetic field of love. Blessing your whole body, radiating vibrantly from the big front of your chest to the back of your chest. A bright green light, like a ball of light, expanding from the chest, encompassing your whole body now. And feel this column now forming from the heart as a ball of light flowing down into the earth, connecting with Mother Earth. Beautiful connection of love and understanding, exchanging information, nurturing wisdom. Bringing that light of nurturing, grounded wisdom from Mother Earth up into the body, through the heart, and up now into the central sun. Nourishing, pure sunshine light of wisdom and connection. And bring that light down to the top of your head and through the whole body, centering in your heart, swirling with expansion, with joy, with healing. Breathe it in. As you exhale, radiate it further from your body so it is all around you. Keep going. You are all that you need. You have incredible power inside you, in your beautiful heart, in your centers of consciousness. In this moment, choosing that. Trust yourself. Trust yourself deeper. All the times you doubted yourself is just an implant. Someone planted a seed and you took it on board. No blame here. We're just about noticing it and letting that go, choosing to say, I trust myself. I am humble and connected to all that is. I let my heart rule. I let my intuition guide me. I let my gut speak. I stay grounded in my own truth within myself. And I am being my highest possible self for the benefit of all concerned, with ease and grace and flow, and most of all, divine love. I walk in this light. I honor this light in myself, in every cell of my being. And I honor it by placing my awareness there. Because the world that is changing is the world that is not in alignment with this. And it can't go on like that. We can't keep going, having forgotten our divine self, our oneness, our love, our capacity to have joy. our capacity to choose what feels right and wonderful each and every moment. And yes, there will be challenges, but they will be seen as a playground of challenges in this unknown that we are all encountering every day. Before anything ever happened, we were always encountering the unknown. It is normal. So allow yourself to breathe that in, exhaling, and feel gratitude for yourself for having chosen to focus on this, having chosen to focus on the source of your life, which is you, within you. And as you focus on that source within, your outer dimension has to change because you are using your own filters and perception to create your outer dimension. Experiment with it. Write down how you wish to see the world and anchor into it. I choose to see the light today. I choose to see all the goodness. I choose to, whatever that is for you, and keep reminding yourself. And if you see something other than that, notice it and then turn it around saying, I'm choosing to see the goodness in that. I'm choosing, if someone out there is behaving in a way that's not very nice, to see that they are suffering. And I choose to send them light and realize they are about to let that go because this can no longer work. You can turn everything into something beautiful. It requires a bit of effort and rewiring, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Remember, as you meditate, you're going to really find all that you're looking for. There is no answer anywhere else. Books are useful. Other people are useful pointers, like I might have pointed something out, but it's for you to be doing it. That's also a gift. It's also your challenge. It's also all of our gift and challenge. So feel free to comment, maybe to let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see more of. And even as I'm talking, keep meditating, keep breathing, honoring this moment. Because that's the way I feel. And I've felt this for a long time. I've been teaching meditation for so long. Goodness me. 20 odd years, 25 years or whatever. On and off. And I've always noticed those people that are different are the ones that meditate and own it within. And then they create a new reality. So you're never a statistic. You're never limited. You're always infinite potential. Take your steps and enjoy and experiment with your thoughts, because they and the feelings, link your feelings with it. They will create that magnetic field and that reality. Really feel your vision. So if you've got a positive vision, I want us to just finish off by holding that. I want you to imagine the world, perhaps, let me just think of one, the world held in amazing light. I'm going to create one, and then you can, if you've got one, hang on to yours and do that one. The world is filling with light. The world is realizing, as a globe of people, how we are so much the same and how much joy it is actually to share and help each other. How much joy it is to let go of these old hurts compassionately. These are coming through from parent to parent, from old days of where times were tough, where people were more unconscious, passed through the DNA, passed through patterns, and us now letting that go. All of us having that understanding. All of us enjoying and relishing, feeling more relaxed, feeling how boundless we are, celebrating our true selves and our remembering of who we are. Feel how good that feels in your heart. Feel how your heart expands, how your shoulders open, and how you literally feel a buzz flowing up and down your spine and through all the cells, activating your certain DNA in total coordination with this. Because the beauty is, the better we feel, the more we switch on those DNA codes that honor that. Epigenetics, remember, we are affecting our DNA by our emotions. So feel that joy, feel that bliss, feel that light. I feel like I'm filled with golden light. The planet is filled with golden light. And it's this deep, beautiful, delicious breath and release and relief. And I see so much green vitality. I see the oceans, I see the stars, I see the trees, the flowers, the animals and people, and I see a huge shift and a dropping away of heaviness, just like just letting go. And I see this with grace, and I see this with a beautiful celebratory vibe. So breathing that in and holding that vision. And you can embellish this to what you're smelling. Maybe you're smelling rainforest. Maybe you're smelling a raspberry or a scent of something. Trust that. Smell things. Feel a certain temperature. Feel a breeze. Feel what it's like to smile that way. Feel what it's like to breathe that way. Really make it as real as you can. That's the key to this manifestation, to this. As you do it now, you are literally manifesting it now. And the more people that do it, the more it is happening in this timeless dimension of now. So beautiful. See yourself dancing, flying, dreaming, beholding, engaging, enjoying. You are that creator. We all are. Let's be grateful for this gift. Breathe it in deeply. Breathe it out and then let go. Shake it out. Shake out your wrists, shake out your shoulders, feel the body. Hey, amazing body temple, connect with it. It is amazing. Look after it. Let it give you the ride of a lifetime. And ask me questions. And I will continue with these every Saturday in Adelaide, South Australia time, 12 o'clock. And otherwise there may be more coming. But I will also do more physical exercises coming up, how to release them, any stresses in the body, how to go to sleep better. But anything that you want to know, ask me. I love the engagement. I love the feedback. And so have a gorgeous day, and thank you for being here with me. Whenever you're watching that, thank you. Everyone makes a difference, and we have a choice. Remember, it's like a TV channel or a radio station channel. We are so amazing. We can choose what we want, which dimension in this holographic life, this creating ability that we have constantly, because I'm sure you've tried it. When you've changed your mind, you've changed your situation. So what happened to that other potential? It dropped away, and you created a new one, and a new one, and a new one. So many, many masters have talked of this, that we are the creators. I believe it's time for us to realize it fully. And it's another path of really being responsible and also be forgiving of ourselves, of the so-called times when we forget, and just moving forward. Self-love, no matter what's happening, is a key thing. Okay. Thank you. See you soon. There will be much more on this channel. I'm all ramping up slowly and learning about how to make it better. And I will be in spaces that are more quiet. I will go indoors. So give me that feedback too. And in this moment of perfection, I wish you the most beautiful now. Remember to focus on divinity. And from this place of divinity, whatever that means to you, take actions and move through life. That's amazing. And talk to me. I'd love to hear from you.